What's up, everybody? Kafka here, and today we are showing you some blood magic spark. Been working on this build a little bit. It is nowhere near where it needs to be at the finish of it, but I got excited about it, so I wanted to show you guys what I'm working on. And this is the Spark Cast on Crit Arc Lightning Bolt build. So it is the Blood Mage Witch, the first time playing it. First time playing the witch at all, and we are going for 100% crit and just literally critting everything to proc the Choir of Storms Jade Amulet. We also are leeching life because we do not have mana. So if you notice, I cast a few times. If I'm not hitting something, I'm dying. So, but when I hit something, I am getting my passive tree here to leech. So this video, I'm going to show you guys what a boss fight looks like. I'm going to show you just a little bit of mapping at entry level, just getting started, only level 88. You want to do something like this. It is kind of an investment, but I found out a little bit of way to craft some items, and I want to talk about that later on in the video. I did craft this weapon, which is pretty good. It's not like end all be all mirror, but it is pretty dang good for this build. And I'm going to be crafting a focus soon that's going to be a lot better than this too. So working on a few things. I'm feeling pretty good about the build so far. It is a little bit squishy right now. So it is a little squishy, but eventually it will have a bunch of energy shield. I'm just not there yet because I just don't have the gear yet, because I spent a lot of my currency on my main character, which is my Ritualist Hunter. So if you want to see that build, I have a bunch of build guides for that. You can check them out on the channel. But here we're just doing some straight up mapping. Spark is not doing the main damage. The Choir is doing the main damage, and the Arc, you could see a couple things. You know, if I just cast again, I'm losing life, right? But if I'm hitting mobs, I'm gaining that life back. So rituals aren't terrible because there's always mobs that spawn until it's done. There also is life remnants on the ground when you kill stuff. So if you run those over, you actually get healed and you could overcap your life. So I'm at 2100. I'll show you guys in a second when you do go over it. If there's anything good here. Is there anything good in the Ritualist? Nah, man, never anything good, never lucky. Let's freaking go. All right, so you can see when I kill some stuff, you'll see these little red dots glow. I'll try to zoom in on one when it does drop. So you can see it right there. If you go in the vicinity of it, you're gonna pick it up and your life is gonna go up as well. That's part of the Blood Mage, something that they do. So there you go. Got some more life there. Let's see if I could go much higher. I don't need a spam spark either in this build because you cast a lot of sparks and they're forking. I put fork on spark. I think it's actually pretty good. So they go away quick though. That's the only thing that's kind of annoying. But there, 2900 life. So I don't have to spam it. If we were playing spark before, you just always cast it, which is good for a couple reasons. One, obviously it's keeping me alive if I'm not always hitting it, because it's my mana is my life. But also you walk faster. So one thing that was kind of annoying with spark builds before is you were always really slow. I don't even have good movement speed boots. I don't have like max movement speed boots or anything like that, but eventually I will. I think I'm at 25%. Oh no, it is 30, so it's not terrible, but it is what it is. It could be faster than this. And I do have blink on my weapon slot, so if I do want to go really fast, I could. I am playing extra magic monsters with my Atlas, and I found that to be a lot better for leveling. I'll actually show you what I did for leveling. I leveled a lot quicker this way when I got to mapping. See, that could freaking happen. But this is the map. So I actually switched a couple things around now because I have been doing some tablets, but I was going all these nodes for the extra magic pack size. I'm going to actually still go these when I get higher Atlas points, because I think this is well worth it. Getting the extra magic pack size is better for loot, and then it's better for leveling because you're going to be fighting a lot more mobs, and you know, fight more mobs, obviously you get more loot. So speaking of dying, because I said I was very squishy, you need to turn these on. I always have these on now. When I get to level 85 or higher, I just say it's like 4 exalt for them. It's not worth it. I don't die that often, but something like that could happen. And it's real life, man. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You're trying to talk and do a video and you're playing at the same time. So it's hard to pay attention to your life. So, all right, let's find some more mobs so I can show you some more about the build. And then we'll fight a boss so you can see what the boss looks like. I got a big pack coming up here. Big pack. Oh, that's good. You don't have to be scared of those guys with this build because you don't have any mana anyways. You don't have to be scared of those as they just freaking go down instantly. Lots of magic monsters because we have 30% more from the tree. We will pick up gold amulets. Why not? Oh, we got exalted for going back. They said you get an exalt if you go back. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I am still not able to find divines. And I tried everything. I tried quantity. I tried more monsters in the map. I tried so many different things. It seems like just divines just do not drop anymore. So comment down below what you guys think. They really reduce the currency in the game. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to get divine so I can make this build stronger because I know this build would be a beast if I had some energy shield. My energy shield is always 0 because I got 404. And if I have higher energy shield, I actually do more damage too. All right, so what do we get? Nothing? You could just throw down one of these, actually. Do a little bit of dancing. So, these guys are annoying. The guys that go invisible, those guys are so annoying. But, we got them down. You don't want to just run into mobs. Don't tuck and roll into mobs there. It is nice to see that Spark's working again. I miss playing the caster. Actually, playing Lightning Spear is like a caster, but I'm using Lightning Storm too. Didn't really do much melee with it, but... Alright, let's get these guys down. See if there's anything on a second page of the ritual. Alright, what do we got? Oh, I've never seen these boots before. These are new. Curse skills have 50% cast speed. Curse have... We're gonna buy those. They're expensive. Why are they so expensive? Are they worth anything? I wonder if they are. Alright, after we get the last ritual, we'll buy those. For sure, because we've never seen it before. It's pretty dope. Alright, we did this one already? We did. Alright, 4 more rares. And then we can kill the boss. I think bosses are actually easier than mapping right now because they die so quick. Versus having a bunch of different mobs in your face at all times. Because I'm just increasing density. I'm only doing maps with a lot of density. So I get more gold. Or not more gold, more experience. Because I want to level up. You can't use Choir till 84. So I was only using Spark and Cast on Crit to do damage. That was a little rough. So if you are going to try this build. And maybe you got more currency than Kalka and you can get better. I would say that starting it at 84, it makes more sense. Other than that, it's pretty hard to keep it up. Keep your character up, not die. What do we got here? Nothing. We need to find this other ritual. I never seen those boots before. Foreign gloves. I mean, we're getting all kinds of stuff. All right, might as well pick up that. Ooh, we can't pick up that massive spear. We definitely can pick up that massive spear. That right there, because it's so big. Boss right here. Where's this other ritual, though? We need to find the ritual. Let me make my way to the boss, and then you guys could see that damage. Boss fight. This boss is kind of annoying because it takes forever for her to come up, but I'm going to try to do everything to give me the most damage possible. And then you're going to lay the Orb of Storms down, do the Sigil of Power, and then you're just going to go ham, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. That's pretty good damage for a boss. I think so. And we have to find it. We have to find the... let's identify this. Is this any good? Nah, it's not good enough. These actually are really good because they have spirit on them. Ooh, and it has... We're going to keep that one. That one might be better than what I have. Oh, mine is terrible. Maybe it would be better. We'll see. All right, let's find... Oh, here it is. Now let's get these boots. I want to pick up these life remnants. All right, we're killing them. We're getting them down. Go down. There's so many things blocking my sparks. That's the annoying part. These trees. It's not open enough. That was bad. Golly. Wow. They killed me? No freaking way. All right, we'll go right back into it. So... We're squishy. I told you the build isn't ready yet. Once I get it stronger, you're gonna be like, dang, this build's sweet. All right, so these boots are new. Why do they have 79% energy shield on it? I don't get it. That's so weird. All right, look at this. What is that? Omen of Corruption. We defer it? Oh, we could. Nice. Actually worked out. That actually worked out. All right, so let's go over a couple things in the build. Let's go over the gear first. I can show what I'm doing and what I'm trying to progress towards. So... This is the Mask of the Sanguinemancer. This basically allows you to have blood magic. So you can get blood magic on the board. I think it's right here. And it's just a lot further away to get there. And I'm only level 88. And so it would be better if I'm going straight ES to wear a helmet with a critical hit chance for spells and not have to use this helm. But I think when you're lower level to use this build, you need to have the helm. And then eventually we're going to switch everything to ES. So we'll have a ton of ES and it will help us stay alive with our life being our mana. So you do need the choir. This is level 84. You do need these mittens. So these allow you to leech from critical hits that is instant. So if you didn't leech instantly, it would take forever to get your health back and you die all the time. And what's getting our life back is, if you look at our skills, we have this thing and it is called life remnants. And these allow you to go on these life remnants. These basically grant 375 life every time you hit one. And you could have this where it actually gives you 35% increased effect. So now we're getting 35% of 374, which is great. You could catch them from further away with this magnetism. And then mysticism allows you to do more damage when you're on full energy shield, which is very hard because I don't have a lot of energy shield. I don't have a faster recharge energy shield. So hopefully that could happen in the future as well. So my tooltip's 58, but this goes up a ton. I think it goes up to around 100k when it starts critting. And then I have some things proc that is on the passive skill tree, something like, just for an example, something like this: increase elemental damage when you've done a critical hit recently. So this will make this tooltip go up 40%. There's a couple things like that on the skill tree that really help out. You'll notice I am using a lot of gems in this build, which I think gems are like just OP. So if you could find a build that uses gems, I just don't have good ones yet. So that's the struggle. But when I could switch to energy shield, you're going to see, because what's going to happen is, so right now I'm trying to get as high crit chance as possible. So if we look at look at Spark, 91%, it needs to get to 100, which is no problem because I don't have any crit here and I'm working on crafting this. I just need some more fractured orbs to make sure I craft one. So to craft one, and I'll eventually have a better focus. If this had 90% crit rate on there, then I could take away a lot of these critical hit chance for spells nodes, and then I could throw that into ES. So like something like this node. So this node for ES. So there's a lot of nodes that are going to be pretty close where we could really get some more ES easily. So like this node for ES as well. So this one I think is really good too. So we're going to have a lot of ES eventually, and it's not going to take that many points to get that much ES, but right now we're just building it out and trying to make this build better as possible. So eventually I'll switch to just a straight ES chest, boots, and then I will get the ES helm, and then hopefully have some ES helm focus too. So there's a lot of missing components of the build right now, but it does work and it does kill everything pretty quick. Yes, I could die because I am squishy right now, but I won't be squishy in the end. That's for sure. But the main thing, like I said, Spark is 30k toolkit damage, but you're doing more damage with Lightning Bolt, and you're doing more damage with the Cast and Critical because we have Arc in there. And then when there is bosses, you're using Orb of Storms because Orb of Storms does like a lightning exposure to basically weaken them. So they do go down a lot faster. Soul Offering, you do need a Cleric because I'm not using the Rattling Scepter because I do want to have the Sigil of Power. It is nice having the Rattling Scepter on the offhand, but Sigil of Power just does a good damage boost. So 14% plus you're getting 74% on this. So it's like 100% more damage. So when you go up to 100k, you're at 200k damage. And that's why we're doing so much. And that's per Spark hit pretty much. And it is using, on the Lightning Bolt, we are using Spell Echo. So when you take the Spell Echo off, it does even more damage. Oops, I go back to this spell swapped. So you can see right there, 64. Almost 65k. So pretty good, pretty strong. All right, let's go talk about, because I will have the link in the description if you want to see how my build looks. I want to talk about crafting a little bit and something I learned, not really learned, but just started doing. So when you go to the trade website, I'm gonna give you an example for a focus. So I actually eventually going to, I think that's it. Could I do it? There it is. All right, so I need to buy, or I need a better focus, right? So what I've been doing is when I get currency is, it's still a little bit lucky, right? But it's better than what we do or what you could do just by slamming stuff all the time. So I want to search for focus, and then I also want crit on that focus. And I want at least 90% on my focus. So you'll notice that there is a ton of focuses for sale that is 90%, that is super cheap. And you want to try to find one without a fracture on it and 4 stats. So like this is a perfect one to buy. I should buy this right now if this guy has it. 99, 4. So I have a 1 in 4 chance of fracturing this. And then you could do one of two things. You can, what I suggest is annulling everything. So I would take this focus, I got it, and I would take off, if I fractured 1 in 4 chance to get the 99%, I would use Orb of Annulment and erase all of these stats. So now this stat is just 99% crit chance, and then I would throw an Exalt in there. And then I would Chaos Orbit till I got something that I really wanted. So spell damage plus the skills. So that's the way that I actually was able to make this. So I bought a bunch of +5 to skill wands, and they were between 20 and 40 Exalt. And then I think it was only my 3rd or 4th one. And I got +5, and I used Orb of Annulment, got rid of all the actual stats on there, waited till I got a decent crit chance. I probably should have waited again, and I could redo this item again. I could use the Orb of Annulment, and I could totally redo this if I want to, which I probably will eventually. It's just now I want to get my focus. So I'll at least have 2 really good stats on there, right? I got my lightning skills, and I got my critical hit chance. And then I just need to get lucky with the spell damage or cast speed, which I did get 30% cast speed on this, which is really good, and that's pretty high. So I think that's going to be the best way to craft right now. And then you could obviously recombinate too. So if you get enough, hold on, let me clean out my inventory. Actually, something like this isn't too terrible. So you could recombinate something. If you don't need a max of max, this is 28%, but I'm still getting a 46% crit and then a +2 to all skills. So these are 2 really good stats that I would want. Yes, I would want higher crit if I could, but if I just trying to make a build work and be decent, you know, and then I'll slowly progress from there. I did success. So now I do have this. This is actually pretty good, right? Not bad. So let's see if we could slam it for the video and get something better on there. So we got energy shield 26. That's kind of low. We need spell damage. Oh, mana. So not too great. It's actually low level. It's item level 44. That's crazy. So let's see what it does to my damage. It actually brings it up. Actually doesn't bring it up. Takes it down. Oh no, it's a little bit higher on the damage. Interesting. The 40, got probably 100% crit with this. Oh, 98.25. So close. That's funny. Not bad. Just wrong stats. You know what I should do? I should just screw it and try to get spell damage on it. Let's see if I get it. I got another energy shield, so it has a higher energy shield now. Kept everything else the same. All right. Well, we'll keep it for now. We're going to throw in the other one because of the resist that's in it. But there is ways to craft. I think it is something you need to find is just find currency. I think if once I get a bunch of divine, I'll make a big crafting video. But currently I'm broke. I got 66 exalted orbs, but a light bulb went off when I was like, oh, I crafted this +5 to lightning skills wand. That's actually pretty good. So that's the build. That's my little thing about crafting too. I think that things are working. Things are getting a little bit better. This build is in the works. My other build could do everything way better right now. So it is kind of like, oh, why are you playing this build? Well, you know, I want this build to be doing everything too. But comment down below. What do you guys think? Any suggestions for the build? Let me know. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.